Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Tarot for Kindness. It's me, Madame Pamita, and my cohort, my co-conspirator. What should I call you?
I like co-conspirator. That's great.
That's perfect for a Scorpio, right? We're here together to do Tarot for Kindness. Tarot for Kindness is our weekly fundraiser. We haven't been here for the last couple of weeks because I was off duty last week, and then the week before was the first Sunday, but I also got COVID in there. So it was my vacation. I got COVID. But this is our weekly get together that we do most weeks. We do most weeks at this time where we do tarot readings on the fly for you. You ask your questions and we do tarot readings for you. The thing is, we're doing a fundraiser for seniors in Ukraine. Subotin Harbor are our partners in Kyiv who are doing deliveries of groceries to seniors in Ukraine. $40 buys 2 weeks of groceries for these seniors. These seniors are the vast majority of them are disabled. They have no way to make food, get food, make money for food. And so this is a really necessary, beautiful way that we can help these seniors who are in a war zone. You might not watch the news, but the war is still going on. I mean, that's not dominating the news here in the States, that's for sure, as it was when it first happened. But Ukraine is still having bombings, being bombed by Russia. Infrastructure is, destroyed, so they have no electricity sometimes. It's really awful. And imagine being disabled, being 70, 80, 90 years old, and having to suffer and all of this. So this is a way we can spread a little bit of light, a little bit of love, and show our support and show these beautiful seniors in Ukraine that they're not forgotten, that somebody cares. And Subotin Harbor can only deliver the groceries if we make donations. So you can make a donation anytime. I mean, we'll share let's share Yulia's thing. So if you follow Yulia, you can make a donation to her at any time. Here's Yulia's Facebook page. She's the one that's running Subotin Harbor. And it's a grassroots organization. It's just a handful of people doing this. And it's a handful of people of us over here that are making donations. But this is making a huge difference. So you can make a donation anytime. They're doing a new thing where they're collecting donations for these battery operated lights, so that when the electricity goes out, especially in winter when the days are short and the nights will be very long and electricity is not reliable because Russians are bombing the electrical plants and so on, they can have some light. It's like a little battery operated nightstand light, bedside light, so that they can have some light. And they're raising funds to buy these for the seniors. So I'm going to find out how much those are. Maybe we'll do a little special something for that, as well as the food, if you can choose which one you want it to go to, the food or the lights. But for right now, we're just collecting for food because I want to find out, the story and the lights a little bit more. So what you do is, if you would like to have a reading, all you have to do is make a donation. You can make a donation on Venmo, on PayPal, or you can do it on Super Chat. If you're here watching us on YouTube, which you are, there's a little button down below that looks like a dollar bill. If you click on that, you can make a donation there. And then once you've made your donation on Venmo or PayPal or Super Chat, go into the chat here and let us know how much you donated, where you donated, and what your question is. And then we'll do a reading. I'll do a tarot reading. It's $10 per card. So if you want a 1-card reading, donate $10, 2 cards, 20, 3 cards, 30, 4 cards, 40, and so on. 100% of those proceeds, including the charges that the services take out, like, YouTube and Venmo and PayPal take a cut, right? I reinstate that cut. So if you donate $40 is going, and you're buying 2 weeks worth of groceries for a senior in Ukraine. So did I say everything and then after I do my tarot reading, the Love Witch is going to do what are you going to do?
Oracle card reading.
Oracle card reading.
I have the Wild Mystic Oracle deck here today. It's been collecting dust. It literally had dust on the box, so I felt bad. I've never used it, but I've owned it for months, so I'm excited to try it out.
I'm going to be using my current favorite deck, which is the Unfolding Path.
I love it.
Love this deck so much. Really, I just love this deck. I love working with it. I love the images on it. It's just really beautiful. It's just a beautiful deck. So You can go ahead and make your donations. Once you make your donation, you can go ahead and put your question, how much you donated, where you donated, and what your question is in the chat. And then we will do a reading for you. We already have one reading from Mirabai. Mirabai, thank you so much. So yes, super chat. Thank you so much. Does Glenn love me as he says? Will our romantic relationship grow closer soon? Let's take a look at that. I'm going to shuffle. Love, which is going to shuffle. It's a great question. If you don't, some of you out there who are watching, I see lots of you that are here watching. Maybe you're like, I don't have a specific question, or you can always do a general reading, see what's coming up, like what's coming up in the week ahead. We have lots of people who do that, and it's a wonderful way to do like a little, spiritual check-in for the week ahead. All right, Mirabai, let's take a look. Oh, here is interesting. This is great. I love the tarot, man. So great advice, like on point advice, like so much that it can tell us. Okay. So the first card that comes up is the High Priestess card. High Priestess energy. Look at this gorgeous card. High Priestess energy can often be like a little self-contained, maybe even a little shy, a little quiet, a little reserved, demure, mindful. That's our little joke, because that's the have you seen the demure and mindful? Everyone's posting that. Demure and mindful. That's the High Priestess, though. She is demure and mindful. She's doing her own spiritual work. So I often think when this card shows up in a reading, it doesn't mean somebody won't come forward or can't come forward. It's not the hermit energy, but it's more of a self-possessed, self-contained, independent energy that I think needs some drawing out. So I would say to him, it's not that he doesn't love you. He's like kind of in his own world in some way. No problem. All right. That is something that can be kind of opened up. I feel like there's an opening up that happens with the High Priestess. I mean, imagine getting to know the High Priestess. Look at this woman. You'd meet her the first time and she'd give you cryptic answers. But the more often you came back, the more often you came to see her, the more she would trust you, the more she could reveal more to you, the more, she could open up to you. And I think that's what is going on with the situation. So I don't think that he doesn't love you, or what you're interpreting this like, he's so mysterious. Does he love me? He says he loves me. I think he's a little more pulled in and a little more self-possessed. But look at this. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which they're taking out the honey out of the hive. They're working together. I love this card because Three of Pentacles to me represents that this is the pathway to him trusting you, which is working together on a project. Now, if you work together, great, then work together on a project at work. But if you don't work together, then what you want to do is create a purpose, right? We're going to train for a marathon together. We're going to start a nonprofit together, or we're going to learn how to paint together. I mean, there's all kinds of projects that you could be working on together. When you have a common interest, that's a great place to start. And if you know him well enough that he's saying he loves you, then you probably know what your common interests are, so that you could start working on something together. You might initiate that. I don't know if maybe he's initiated it and you haven't gone on to it, but if you initiate something, I think it will draw him out. But it has to have a purpose, meaning let's go out to dinner. That isn't I guess the purpose is not starving, but it's not really a purposeful project, right? It's not a project. So you have to come up with something that's a project. What is something you want to do for the world? What is something you want to do for yourselves? What is something that you want to do? Find a purpose. And if the purpose is we both want to learn how to paint, or we both want to get in shape, or we both want to build something or start a business together or whatever. These are great. This is a great point for him to open up. I think this is the path for him, having that, for you, getting him trusting you, and for that relationship to grow. So that's it. Love the tarot for these answers that are just like, oh, it's so clear. It's so perfect and clear. All right. So what do you have, Love Witch? Oracle
I
deck.
like to play this game where I pull my card at the same time as you, and then I wait to see how long it takes you to say a word relating to what I pulled. And the first thing you said about the High Priestess was that she's independent, right? I pulled this card called Freedom. So I think he's really afraid of losing his sense of freedom or his sense of independence. And so that's why he's a little bit slower to grow close. These two, what is this creature called? A narwhal? Yeah, these two narwhals are circling each other. They have this kind of like yin and yang symbol that they've made. So I think you really just need to find that delicate balance and show to him that getting closer to you doesn't mean losing his freedom. And that there's still freedom within a relationship with you, and that it's not going to suffocate him or make him feel like chained down. So I think just finding ways to communicate that to him, but also it's just going to come with time. The more time he spends with you, just like that High Priestess, the more comfortable he's going to feel, and the more he's going to see that this isn't an issue. But I think just knowing that this is the root problem here is going to be really helpful for you, because each time you see him, you can find ways of showing to him that he still has a lot of independence, gets to make his own decisions, and has freedom within this relationship, even though there's commitment.
Isn't that a trust issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're saying about trust. It's a real trust issue, because trust is like, I had an experience in the past that was a negative experience. Maybe somebody was too controlling. And so he's, isn't trusting of relationship, right? So he has to build trust in relationship, and to get there, he has to spend time with you. Mm-hmm. So that's why working on something that is outside of you, but you're working together on it, will give that opportunity for him to get to know you, and to get to know that you're not going to be controlling or change him, or that he can have all the freedom that he wants within that relationship. So I love that. I love that. All right. Who's next?
Next we have Devon.
Devon, our little Gemini fairy. Our little Gemini fairy. I love that. All right. Let me write these down. Sorry. So I have this. All right. All right. Hello, all. Feeding a whole granny. I love that. Devon, you are the best. You are the best. You all are the best. But I love Devon comes practically every week, Devon, and makes a donation and feeds a whole granny. That's 2 weeks of groceries for a senior in Ukraine. That's it. I think that has to be like such a great feeling. Like somebody is getting 2 weeks worth of groceries because of you. Such a good feeling, right? Such a good feeling. All right. So Devon, you usually ask like, what's the week ahead? So I'm guessing that's what you want, unless there's some other post that she made. Did she make another? No. So
that's all she said. So I guess just the week ahead.
So it's you're like, it's like Cheers, the bar Cheers here. We know what you want. We know what your order is, right? Everybody knows your name, Devon. I love it. You have a seat. You have a regular seat. Nobody sits there.
Who do you think you are from Cheers?
I'm Lilith. I'm the bitch.
Oh, I'm Lilith. You took my answer. We can both be Lilith. Who else would anyone want to be, right?
She's the best one of all.
I just saw her on Broadway, and she is so good. She stole the show.
So funny, right? I have to say one thing before we go into your reading, Devon, which is I was in Boston and I went to the Cheers bar.
Oh my gosh.
So there was a bar that's like a little basement bar that the writers of Cheers based it on, but it doesn't look like the Cheers bar in the show. So on this first floor, so this is the basement, on the first floor, they built a bar that looks like the Cheers bar.
Oh, that's so smart.
It's so crazy. It's so wild. And you walk in there and it's like a trip, because it looks like this bar from the 80s, But Manfred and I went, we had a drink in there. It was very fun. Boston is such a beautiful, magical, fun, historical city. Just like, it's the best. I'd go back in a heartbeat.
Yeah, me too. I love Boston.
Yeah.
That was the first place I ever traveled on my own.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, next time you go, you got to go to the Cheers bar. It's a weird little bar, a hole in the wall. Like it's tiny, and like just the bar and like a couple little tables. But anyway, so Devon, you have your table at Cheers. All right. So let's see what's up ahead for Devon this week. Thank you so much, Devon. Okay. Devon. Oh my God. You know what I'm going to talk about. You know what I'm going to talk about. Oh my gosh, Devon, get out of town. Get out of town. Okay, the first card I pulled up is the Ace of Cups. How many weeks are we going to say, girl, you got to get out there? This is new love coming into your life, right? I'm just laughing because it is every week. It's saying, get out there, let your light shine, be a little flirty, have a little fun. I mean, I guess it's going to keep knocking at your door until you do it, right? Sometimes the universe is like that. Like, I feel like the universe is like banging its head against the wall, going, come on. But sometimes I think there's some kinds of destinies that will keep knocking at our door until we answer the door. And I feel like this is it because you keep getting these cards about romance, love, relationship. It's like, okay, now the universe is using the love witch and I to get that message across. And are you gonna take it? Are you gonna open the door? So the first card that shows up is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful card. Look at that. Beautiful, super sweet little heart hands there. I love that. It's so magical. Ace of Cups is the pure essence of love. It's really like pure love, like real, genuine, honest to goodness, like pure. It's just the best. When I see an ace show up for anything, right, it means new as well. One of the keywords for any of the aces is new. And so when we want, like, if like Ace of Pentacles is a new job, Ace of Wands is like a new sexy hot lover, a new passion of some kind. Ace of Swords is new ideas, but this is new love in your life. Emotionally fulfilling, touching your heart. It's there for you. It keeps knocking at the door. Not only that, but I see. Look at, we have the next two cards, King of Swords and King of Cups. To me, I keep opening the wrong door, she says. Well, the fourth card is your answer. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. Fourth card is the answer to all this. But here we have the King of Swords and King of Cups, which tells me there are options, right? There are options. And this showing up says getting out and dating or getting out into the mix without getting committed right away is the way to do it, right? It's not falling for the first person you see, but getting to know more than one person and getting to know more than one potential partner and seeing that you have choices. You have choices. So there's new people coming into your life and the choices are there for you. It's just like so good, right?
Those are good choices too.
I know. So if I look at King of Swords, smart, successful, great, witty chatter, fun to talk to, great for, Gemini energy. And then we have King of Cups, sensitive, emotional, deep emotion connection, knows how to navigate emotions. I love both of these guys. They're really good. Super. And they're cute too, right? Aren't they? Good looking guys. But the last card is the one that tells us how to get that door. It is the Sun card, the Sun card, the Sun card. So the Sun card, I mean, I love the Sun, the traditional Rider-Waite Sun with the baby, but I also love this one. It's like playful, fun. Like he's got flowers in his hair. He's super joyful and happy. That is Sun energy. I know, right? This deck is gorgeous. This is the deck, the Unfolding Path Tarot. Isn't this a gorgeous deck? I love this deck. Athena Noctua is my new friend, by the way. Love her and all that she creates. A little secret, we're going to have something that she's created in the Halloween box that we're making. Very cool. But back to this. So Devon, Sun card energy. Sun card is like be seen, right? That's what the Sun card is. Be visible, be seen. So I don't think you have to like do. The way to open the door is to get out into the world. We still have lovely weather, hopefully lovely weather. I know it's been crazy on the East Coast with crazy storms and things like that. But basically, more or less, it's not dead winter where it's hard to get out and do things. It's like go out in joyful places. Go out and do joyful things. Go out and be seen by others and doing your joy. That's the ticket to this. That's the answer to this. So I think you need to find an activity that puts you out in the mix of people and a joyful activity, something you love, right? I mean, think about hobbies, interests, and just getting out into the world so you can be seen with those interests. So that's the door. That's how to open the door. That really is how to open the door. So Devon, next week when you come, we're going to have love cards for you again. And what did you get?
You're going to laugh so hard. I pulled this card that says love. How much clearer can you get?
Oh my gosh.
I love these beautiful swans reflected here. I think, that sun card to me just screams like time outside, and this says time by the water. So if you can spend some time by the water, just enjoying the sun and just like making yourself available for opportunities, I think it'll work out. I know finding love can be really intimidating. Putting yourself out there can be really intimidating, but I think all these messages that are coming through for you are saying, it doesn't have to be hard. You can do it in a really easy way, as easy as just like taking 20 minutes to walk around the neighborhood or take a stroll or read a book outside, but put yourself out there. Love will come find you, but not inside your house. They're not going to come knocking on your door. Like Madame Pamita said a few weeks ago, that only happens in porn.
The pizza delivery guy is a porn scenario. But another thing you're saying, I want to put a little tidbit in there, because when you go outside, don't wear headphones. Don't put on headphones. Make yourself available to people and open to people. And headphones, I don't know what you do, if you do put on headphones, Devon, or not, if you go out for a walk or anything like that. But headphones are a way of closing yourself off from people, because nobody's going to interrupt you if you're, unless they're a really awful person. Oh, you too. Let's see if I can find the door. Yeah, the door is, we gave you the key to the door. The door is out there. So find something you love. I mean, find something you love is a great way to do it. Like, that's like the joy on that guy in the sun cards. That's such a beautiful, just like go out and enjoy. Go out and enjoy. If it's like being in nature is enjoyable, be in nature. But let's be a little savvy about it, right? You can go on a hike by yourself, but what if you joined a group that's going on a hike, right? Or a group that's picking up trash in the woods, or a group that's doing something. I think that putting yourself in situations with other people, where there's purpose, can be very, very good. I have an article, I always bring this one up, but I have an article called 66 Places That You Can Meet New People, maybe even your soulmate. And are you going to find it, Love Witch?
I am. I'm going to put it in the chat.
And it's an article that I wrote a long time ago. So some of the things don't exist anymore, actually, which is too bad. Like, there's this one thing that was so great called Trade School, where you would bring in a donation and you'd get a free class. I used to teach classes for Trade School. So that doesn't exist anymore, but you can find equivalent things, some things that don't exist anymore. But yeah, go out and do that. Have some fun. Go get involved in something with other people where there are other people going to be there. I think that's a key thing. So yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Devon. All right, Avenue Potter. There's one card reading. I'm wondering why I've been attracted to evil eye stuff lately. Have I been cursed in the past and vindictive person in my life, or am I heading into trouble soon? If you are working with evil eye stuff, then you don't have to worry about it, right? You're sending it back. I mean, evil eye is a shielding. It's a shielding. We were just doing shielding and invisibility class yesterday. It's a shielding device, an amulet. So if you're being drawn to it, it's most likely either you need it in some way. So either you need it because it's coming, or you need it because something's going on. If you haven't seen a downturn in like your luck, or sort of a streak of bad luck, and it isn't happening to you now, so just get some evil eye jewelry and wear it, or bring it into your life, or a picture on your phone, or wherever it makes sense. I think evil eye jewelry is an easy way. For example, I've got a little bracelet here that's got a little evil eye bead on it, right? Just throw on a little thing. So easy to do. All right, let's take a look at the card and see what the card has to say about it. Oh, I think it's protective going forward in the future. Look what card came up again, the High Priestess card. Wow. So I think I don't think it's anything you have to worry about. In fact, High Priestess would be like, she's like, whatever, she's so powerful that it's not an issue. I think it's preventative. What you're getting is a preventative thing that you're deflecting and preventing. And when you bring that evil eye in, it's going to deflect anything. This is one of the problems, though, with shielding magic. It really is one of the problems with shielding magic. How do you know it's working? If it doesn't look like it's working, it's working. Right? If I do an evil eye charm and everything's going great in my life,
see, Apple agrees.
Everything's going great in my life. How do I know that I deflected negativity? I don't, because the negativity never comes to me. So I think that that's one of the things that inexperienced or less experienced people get they come to do magic when the thing is already in a bad way. They aren't doing preemptive magic. Preemptive magic is some of the best bang for your buck magic you can do, because then you don't have to deal with the issue, the bad issue, the negativity, or any of that. So I think your intuition is telling you, High Priestess, highly intuitive, is telling you to get that, because there's something coming your way and your intuition is telling you that. Listen to your intuition and just get, if you're attracted to it, get it, right? If you see a cute talisman or a tray or a box of matches, I mean, we sell evil eye matches, or whatever you're feeling drawn to, get it. It's money well spent. And these things don't cost much. Evil eye things are not like, it's not telling you to buy a, I don't know, Balenciaga bag or something like that. It's like, you're just getting your evil eye thing so that you're protected. And then the best thing you could do is have something in your home, have something on your person, and you're good to go. Right? That's it. Right? Maybe something in your car. What do you have, Love Witch?
I got this card called Confidence. These almost look like evil eye charms all over this beautiful peacock, right?
That's what the peacock tail feathers are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this card to me says, don't get in your head about this. Walking around thinking that you've been cursed is the same as being cursed. You can put a curse on yourself if you get too in your head. So be confident. Your magic is strong. Your intuition is good. You're going to know if you need to do something extra. But in the meantime, get an evil eye charm or draw one on a piece of paper and put it in your wallet. That's a free option even. But, work with it if you're feeling drawn to it, and keep trusting your intuition and working with things that you feel drawn to. It's not random and it's not coincidental. But most of all, feel confident. And when you do a spell or when you put that charm on, feel the confidence that it's going to work. Because if you start doubting your tools, they're not going to work either. So, really believe in their power, because they've got it as long as you believe in it.
Yeah. I think it's, you can even do a red thread, a red string around your left wrist. That costs what, a penny, nothing. So there's so many things that you can do, but if you're drawn, I think there's a reason. I'd say confidence goes along with that High Priestess of being really trusting your intuition. Your intuition is telling you something. So listen, do it. Yep. I mean, that's the problem with intuition and the problem with preemptive magic. If you listen to your intuition and you do the right thing, you never know what would have happened if you did the other thing, right? Mm-hmm. So, it's hard to gauge, right? It's hard to gauge when you do preemptive stuff. It's like taking a vitamin. How do you know the vitamin's working? You don't. You just trust it, right? That's why you take a vitamin, because you trust that it's going to prevent something down the line. It's the same thing with preemptive magic. So doing preemptive magic is some of the most underrated magic, but it's some of the best magic you can do, because then you avoid problems later on.
Thank you. You reminded me to take my vitamin later. I haven't done that today.
Have a new Potter.
Thank you.
All right, Helen. 2-card reading this week. It's been a few weeks and happy to see you both. Yeah, it has been a few weeks. I know we had a couple weeks off, Helen, so what would you like? Just a general, or is there any question for Helen?
Just this one, or just this message.
Okay.
So far.
So Helen, do you want to give us a question or just a general reading? Let us know in the chat. We've got Leah Tronic, Nicole, and Rose coming up. Thank you so much, you guys. That's the order of things. Helen, and then Leah Tronic, then Nicole, then Rose. Thank you so much. So Helen, you can let us know if you want to. If you get, if you don't get back to us, maybe you stepped away or something like that. We'll just do a general in the next minute with a question. We'll do a question. All right.
She says just a general.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Thank you, Helen. Thank you so much. Love it. Okay. Good advice for the weeks ahead. First card is Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles energy. This is a wonderful card for abundance and health. Queen Pentacles energy is that Queen is really sitting in her power, right? She's really got that coin, and she's look how happy she is. Really happy. She's got that. I love the Queen of Pentacles energy because it often feels like abundance. It's so abundant that you have enough to share with others. It means this would be a great time for you to, like, for example, ask for a raise or, establish some kind of other income or do something like that in terms of your money. It's also a great card to say what, like any health things that you want to accomplish. If you start them during the next week or two, they're going to be successful. So if like maybe there's a new, exercise you want to be doing, or maybe eating plan to eat a little healthier or anything like that, that will improve health. This is a great time to start it. I love the Queen of Energy because always queens to me are kind of grounded in something, right? It's not like hard for them to do something. They're already at that level of achievement. And so I feel like that Queen of Pentacles energy is like so abundant that she has stuff to share. So I think there's also an element of that, whether it's, inviting a friend along, you're already healthy and you're inviting a friend to go along with the walk with you, or maybe it's like donating to a cause that you feel is close to your heart, or, any of those things. I feel like that's really, really a good energy for that. Abundance energy, big abundance, right? The other thing that I see is the 10 of Wands, and 10 of Wands is a card of not trying to do it all yourself, right? I think that with this card here, it sometimes can feel like you got it all, so you're trying to do it all, but if you're trying to do it all yourself, it's going to be hard work and you may experience burnout. So when 10 of Wands shows up, it is a card to remind us to have good boundaries and delegate. So delegation can be like, if you are doing something, it might be easier for you to do it yourself, but if you have someone help you, the load will be lighter. 10 of Wands can also say we don't have to say yes to everything, right? If somebody asks us to do something, just because we can do it doesn't mean we should do it. You can say no with love and light. This is often a message of 10 of Wands, which is if somebody asks you to do something, but it is too difficult to do, or it's, you have too much on your plate, you can tell them, I love your project. I wish you all the best success with it. I'm not the person that can do that thing, or I don't have time to do that, but I wish you good wishes on your endeavor. And it's not saying no, like pushing somebody away or cutting something. It's no, but still maintaining a connection and support. I can't do it, but I know you're going to find the perfect person for this, right? It's a great loving way. Like right now I'm in the middle of asking for endorsements for my book, and the deadline is super fast. And I'm like, I get it. It's super fast. Some people are like, I can't do it. I'm like, okay, no problem. It's no big deal. They still love and support that I'm, happy that my book is coming out and all that. So you don't have to remember those times that people have said no's to you with love and light, and that really isn't hurtful or bad. They're not slamming a door in your face. You can also do that too, Helen. I think that's important during this time. Conserve your energy, prioritize things and offload some things by saying no or delegating. So super important. All right. What'd you get for Helen?
I got this card that says grow, and it has these two lizards on it, one of which is going to regrow his tail. So this is a nice reminder. There's two here. So I think it's like, you're going to grow a lot easier with help from others and by lightening your load. But that tail is telling me, like, we're never really done growing in any area. We may feel like we are, and we may have made really great progress, but we can always still grow a little bit more. So don't be afraid to touch back on some areas where you've already done a lot of growth and see if, like, now from this new vantage point, if there's even more growing that you can do, or ways that you can, like, share that with others. Because I've found a lot that, like, by sharing things that I've learned, I learn more from them. So do some sharing, do some learning, and do some growing this week, because it's great timing for it.
Yeah, that goes along with that abundant energy, the growth energy.
Totally.
As well. I love that. Thank you so much, Helen. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Leatronic 2000. Planning a vacation because mommy needs a break. I hear ya. Previous plans fell through. How can I best use this blank space? Okay. 3-card reading. I'm planning a couple of vacations. I can tell you, man, planning a vacation is as beautiful and energizing and delightful as sometimes as the vacation itself, just anticipating it, right? I'm going to be going, I have had a dream. Can I just share this before we talk about your vacation really quick? I've had a dream that I wanted to go to the Christmas markets in Germany. I want to see those magical Christmas markets in Germany and go to see Krampus in Germany. That's the other thing I wanted. And I looked and the tickets were really cheap, like to fly over there, super cheap. So I said to my boyfriend, let's just go. Let's do it. So we're already making plans for it. Now I'm looking at all the reading books about all the things to do in Germany and looking at all the cute Christmas markets online and getting so excited about it. So yeah. So having that plan is that plan of that trip, it just has joy in it. Right. So yeah. So let's see what do you do with your vacation time, travel time? Where do you go? I almost get the sense that whatever your plan was before you're getting redirected by your guides to go somewhere else. Let's see. Oh yeah, you got choices. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. So cute, right? Okay, so first card showing up is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is like being at a crossroads. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Do I go to this one or that one? Now, there are a couple cards in the tarot that are about making a decision. This is one of them. But this decision is a logical, rational decision. So you might want to just like roll up or just like be whatever, but this is telling you be like plan, be rational, be logical. The reason is with Two of Swords, it's like you're going to get more benefit from it. When I took the other cards and talking about that, from making that choice rationally, like what can I afford? Where have I wanted to go? What makes sense? And so on. I think this is a really great opportunity for you. That door closed, but another door can open. I think there's at least 2 options of things that you can do, but choose the one that makes the most rational sense, not the one that maybe is tugging at your heartstrings or you're intuiting, I should go there. It's like rational. It's logical. Look at pros and cons list of going a certain place is a great way to clarify those sorts of Two of Swords questions. Pros and cons of going here, pros and cons of going there, which one makes the most sense? That's going to help clarify for you. And that will, I think, I don't know what sign you are, Leah, but sometimes air signs need to have that rational, logical thing so it makes sense to them. So if you have air in your chart somewhere, this is to really appeal to that air to tell you like, oh, I'm confident about where I'm going because it makes logical sense, and you'll feel more excited about it and more sure of your choice. You know, the other choice of where to go can be done another time. It's not like those places are going to go away, but yeah, use that rational logic. Now, one of the things you want to consider is that this trip is going to strengthen you. If Strength card, it is really this beautiful energy of like empowerment, self-care. So I think that element of self-care coming into this is important, whether it's just like you need a break or there's actually something there that really strengthens you in some way. Maybe it's a retreat that you go on, or you go to a place of nature that really feeds your soul. Oh, Capricorn energy. Oh, playing the mud, right? Playing the dirt. Climb a mountain. That would be great for Capricorn.
Stop working too much.
Capricorns will work until my dear Capricorn friend, he has not taken a vacation in 4 years, and he finally booked a vacation that was cheap, and he's saying, I'm doing it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you.
Good.
It's really good for a Capricorn to take a break. I think that, for you, yes, you want to be rational and logical about it. That's definitely going to do that. But I think you want to look at like what's going to strengthen you. If it's being out, what works for you. Is it being out in nature? Is it taking a class? Is it going to a museum? Is it camping? Is it going to luxury? I mean, you're Capricorn. Is it going to a luxury 4-star hotel? I mean, what is it that you need right now that's going to strengthen you? That is the focus of this. What's going to strengthen me? Also, take a friend along. Here's our Page of Cups. Page of Cups energy is like the old soul in a young body, or the young soul in an old body. I love that. I think you want to bring somebody that is like a friend, or plan with a friend, or maybe, take a loved one with you. That's going to also build like this like cozy relationship with that person. So it doesn't feel like a solo trip. It feels like going with someone else. So I think the logical, rational part needs to come first. That's the first card. Like, decide where you're going to go. So don't leave it open to the other person, because then that creates more of a complication. If you say, I'm going to go on a spa retreat, that's what's going to feed my soul. Decide on that first, and then ask your friend, hey, I'm going on a spa retreat. Do you want to go with me? Or your loved one, hey, I'm going to do this. Do you want to go with me? But bring someone along with you. There's something about this that is about close emotional connections as well. So yeah, love that. What did you get?
I got this beautiful hummingbird card that says energy. So I think, yeah, I'm getting like this very restorative thing where like you need to go somewhere that's going to replenish your energy. You've been overworked, you've been long overdue for this vacation. And so you got to go somewhere that's going to really be the most bang for your buck and be the most exciting and the most fun, and like that you're just going to look forward to the most and think about the most. Hummingbirds are very, very fast. So I don't think you need to wait forever to make this decision. Like really look at your options over the next couple of days and land on something. It can be disappointing when plans fall through, and it can send us into kind of like a tailspin, but don't let it. Let this be a door that opens. You have new opportunities now, and you're not tied down by whatever that old plan was. So be free, go somewhere, have the energy, and replenish yourself.
Yeah, it could be a camping trip. It could be a road trip. It could be fancy deluxe, fancy thing. It could be a cruise. It could be whatever it is that you want. But you make the decision first, and then invite the friend. Don't get together with your friend. Don't get together. What do you want to do? That's not what this is saying. You make the decision first, and then invite the friend. And then it's going to be perfect for you. I think that may be part of why this has played out in this way. Thank you so much, Leah. Thank you. All right. So Nicole's having a 3-card reading. Oh, 22 card reading. Sorry. That was 30. I saw. I have a lot going on at work and wonder how it will go and if my leadership is happy with my work. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the work situation. Yeah, you know what? I see that they are very happy with your work. All right, so here's what I love about this. Your first card is the Justice card. Justice card is a card about karmic justice. What you put into it, you get out of it. And so with you having all this going on at work and you putting a lot of energy, it's going to come pay you back. In other words, I often think of Justice card kind of being like a slot machine where you're putting quarters in the slot machine. And if you keep doing it, you pull the handle one time and there's a jackpot for you, right? So sometimes it's an investment in something that we don't necessarily see the jackpot yet, but there is a jackpot coming. So all this things that you have going on at work is an investment that's going to pay off for you. So don't feel like it's just endless work for no reason. You're on a treadmill or anything like that. That's not what this shows us. It shows us you're investing in something that's going to pay off later. So this hard work that you've been doing is going to pay off. I definitely see that. Is the leadership happy with your work? And I have Knight of Cups, which is like a real sense of dedication and a real sense of care and concern and them seeing you. They're seeing that you're doing that. The Knight of Cups energy is a very generous energy. I would often think of it as like definitely appreciation, but also here's something that you may not see in yourself. Knight of Cups, this Knight of Cups is just a dude with a cup.
Mhm.
But the other Knight of Cups is a knight on a horse holding a chalice, right? Now, the Holy Grail, Monty Python and the Holy Grail,
Mhm.
right? The Grail was supposed to be the chalice that Jesus had at the Last Supper, right? And this was a magical item, a really special, divine magical item. And the knights were on this quest for this. It's a something very, what I would call very mystical, spiritual, and noble purpose, right? You're doing this quest for this very, very deeply magical item. But part of the quest was you had to be perfect, right? You had to be perfect knight to be able to touch this. This is like the legend, right? So when I see this card showing up, what I'm seeing about you is that they see you're their special unicorn. They see your specialness. They see that you're like that holy grail. They see your dedication. They see your hard work, and it is going to be rewarded. It's going to be rewarded. So I think what you're looking at right now is, oh my God, I'm investing so much and I'm doing so much, and what's this gonna produce? It is going to produce something because they do see you, and you are investing in something that's going to pay off later. This could be a promotion, this could be a bonus, it could be a raise, it could be all of the above, you know. So yeah, there is going to be a payoff at the end. What do you have for Nicole?
I have this card that says communicate, and it has a bat on it.
Mhm.
Bats have very unique communication forms, right? And I think that your work is very impressed with you, and I think that they're especially impressed with your communication skills. That this is something that we can really not give ourselves credit for because we communicate all day long and it's just part of our life. But once you start communicating with people who do not have good communication skills, you realize how difficult that is. And there's a lot of those people out there in the workforce. So I think you are very clear. They know what you're doing. They understand why you're doing it. And yeah, they're very, very happy with you. So I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, I can say too, like if I can add a little 2 cents, like communication can also be like when you have your review, your annual review,
Mm.
remind them
Yeah,
what
exactly. Very, very good point.
I've had those corporate jobs where you have to have a review. What a thing, right? Um, I work in research for veterans. Ah, it's
Mm,
amazing. Yeah, it's like you're going to have to share what you're doing and accomplishing, but there is something that there is a reward in this for you beyond the reward of, a job well done. There's
yeah.
definitely a reward. Um, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nicole. That's
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. Um, all right. So we have Rose, we have Wit, and then we have Cynthia. So Rose, I think, is 3 cards reading.
Yep.
Hi, Rose. So good to see you. Oh my gosh. How are you? Are you going to come back to tarot class? I hope you're going to come back and repeat and have some fun with us. My question is, what can I expect or do in the next couple of weeks to have a successful foot surgery? Oh, see, your foot surgery while you're recovering, you could be taking tarot class.
Perfect thing to do.
Next couple of weeks, have a successful foot surgery on September 13th. I would love any insight. Thank you so much. It's great to see you, Rose. I was wondering if that was you. I can't be sure, but then I saw your picture and it is you. Oh, I love it. Surgery is going to be very successful. It is important, super important. Our Hierophant card shows up that you listen to your physical therapist and you do what your physical therapist says. This is the teacher, right? I think of it not being the doctors can be that too, but is there going to be I'm sure there's some kind of physical therapy afterwards of some sort, and they're going to be telling you what to do, and you need to follow it to a T. Do exactly what they tell you to do. Physical therapy after surgery can sometimes I mean, you can jump in, Rose, and say if there is or isn't, or if there's going to be physical therapy. But I have a feeling just intuitively that you're going to have some physical therapy. So physical therapy can sometimes be really painful, really hard. It's not that it's easy, although I don't see like lots of pain or anything like that here. But I just know from experience of people that I've known have gone through surgeries on knees and feet and so on, that physical therapy often is part of that. And it can be very, very hard. But if you do it, you're going to get the good result. They know, this is the teacher. They know what will work. They know how to get you through to your best optimal results. So I would say whatever they are saying, read those lists of things that you have to do twice, really take it in, and then follow through and do those things. They're telling you what to do to get your best outcome, and you will have your best outcome if you follow those directions. That's what it is. But beautiful card to see. You've got good guidance there. This is the guide, the mentor, the teacher. So you've got really good team that's working on you, and they've got good information for you. So you should absolutely be following that to the T to get that good outcome. Yep. PT. Yep. So that's what I was sensing, that there was some kind of physical therapy. And this is about that physical therapist who's going to tell you what to do. You're not going to want to do it some days. You're not going to, you know how that is, but just commit now would be a great time for you to commit that I'm going to do this, right? It's not forever. Physical therapy isn't forever. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah. PT now, great. PT now and after. Follow those things to a T. I mean, just if you have to check it off on a list, check it off on a list, That's what I see. Now, also too, 3 of Cups energy. You've got like wonderful people around you. Lean on those friends. When you go into your surgery, you're not going to have the mobility that you had, right away, obviously. So you got neighbors, you got friends. They're wanting to help. You're so beloved. Look at these loving friends around you, right? So really set that up ahead of time as well. Like I would say, plan for your friends that are going to come and help you, and get that all lined up ahead of time will set you up for success as well. Have those people that are like, somebody's going to come and hang out with you. Somebody's going to come and get your groceries for you. The neighbor will answer your phone. Set all those things up now. Hey, I'm going to be, recovering. I need, help with some things. Are there some things that you can help me with? And ask. Don't be afraid to ask your friends for help. Please do not try and do this on your own. You need to ask your friends for help. Lastly, we got Knight of Cups again. I feel like this is really about healing. So much about like the Cups is about that healing. And I feel like that you've got these wonderful people around you, doctors, physical therapists, friends, and everything. I see you being back on your feet, literally back on your feet, and really having a great outcome. This is really just that, work. So I think this is wonderful to like see this great card, great outcomes. But I think those 2 really, really important ones are getting those friends to help and doing all the physical therapy now and after, so that you have your best outcomes. Don't try and cut corners with that. Really just do exactly as they tell you to do. So yeah. Well, best wishes on that, Rose. And while you're, maybe 3 weeks into it, you'll still be recovering. We'll be starting tarot, beginning tarot again. And that'd be a fun little thing for you to do online while you're in bed, or, having your foot up in the air. You can still practice your tarot. Come and hang out with us.
Totally. That's a great way to spend your time recovering.
Yeah.
Physical therapists are such heroes, right? And I've known a few, and their work really is difficult because a lot of times it's not easy, and people have a lot of resistance and a lot of fear about pushing their limits. So thank your physical therapist. Treat them well because they see a lot. And like Pamela said, listen to them and follow their directions to a T. I got this card that says reveal. And I think you really just need to be focused on the end result, right? So whenever you feel any pain or discomfort or frustration, or you're ready to just be back on your feet, focus on how much easier that's going to be than it was before the surgery, right? Just keep thinking about those end results and how it's going to be once this whole journey is behind you. It can be easy to lose sight of that when you're in the thick of it. But remember, you did this for a reason. You're strong. You're going to get through this, and you're going to be so glad that you did. So just remember your strength during this time and focus on that big reveal that's coming, because it's going to be so worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're strong like a bear. That's a bear, right?
Or a badger. Yeah. Maybe a badger. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, could be. Well, either way, you're strong.
Well, that's so accurate, and it's such wise advice from Love Witch, because when you're in the middle of it, sometimes anything, an emotion, oh my gosh, talk to a Cancer. I'm in the middle of an emotion. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to feel this way forever, whatever terrible feeling I'm having right now. And I have to remind myself, girl, emotions change. You're not going to feel this way forever. I have to like rationally do that.
Yeah.
And, as I was just going through COVID, and I felt so horrible for like, and I was like, oh my God, I can't smell anything. Now I can smell everything. I'm fine, back to normal. But I was like, oh my gosh, I have no energy. Am I going to be like this forever? And I'm like, come on, girl. No, you're not going to be like this. You just have to get through these few days where you feel like crap, and you're going to feel fine, and you're going to get better every day. And then I started getting better every day. And then every day I felt more and more and more. So I think you want to like have those little wins where you're doing better every day, but also when you're in the really hard part of it, just remind yourself that it's not going to be like this forever. And that's, like what Love Witch was talking about. Such wise advice.
Hey, I'm in a house right now with a Cancer that's recovering from surgery, so I know all about this. And I have to keep telling her, you got to focus on where you're going to be a few months from now. This is not forever. This is just part of the journey. And you need, I think, someone in your corner to remind you of those things and to have those motivational speeches ready to go, because they're going to be harder to give yourself than they are for your friends to throw at you. So have, some people on speed dial who can give you a pep talk when you need it, because you might have some points where you're feeling really frustrated, and just know that's part of the journey.
That's so smart. Like, I think you could go to like your friend, like your really good friend, and say, okay, when I'm really miserable, remind me that this is not forever. Coach them on what to tell you. I mean, that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, tomorrow's another day, said Helen.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow's another day. And really what you're going to see is improvement every day. It may be slow, it may take some time, it may be hard, but you are going to see improvement. But when you're in the middle of it, like right after surgery, oh man, it's hard, and you just have to have someone that's coach your friend to remind you. I mean, come back and see us on the Tarot for Kindness and we'll remind you.
Yeah, we're great at that.
Exactly. Or come to the Q&A or something, we'll remind you. Thank you so much, Rose, and best wishes. All
best of luck.
energy for your healing, that it's going to be easy, effortless, easy as it can be, as effortless as it can be, that you're going to see improvement, that you're going to feel super positive about the whole experience. That's my wish for you. So, yeah. Wit has a one card reading. What are Bryant the Sage's current feelings and next actions toward Whitney the Scorpion? Scorpio, not Scorpion. My God, where's my paper? Well, you all are Scorpions too, as well as Scorpios, right? So Bryant Sage's current feelings and next actions toward Whitney the Scorpio. Okay, got it. Sag and Scorpio, interesting water-fire combination. I think it's like that really, like if I look at like the typical Sag and the typical Scorpio, Scorpio would get so mad at the Sag, right?
Don't tell my Sag friends, but yes.
I mean, I love my Sag friends. They're so playful and fun. But if I were in a relationship with one, it would be really a challenge. I'm a water sign too, but Scorpio is like, stop your nonsense. Have you ever been in a relationship? We Love Witch is a Scorpio. That's why I ask. Have you ever been in a relationship with a Sag?
I don't think so.
Friends. Yeah, just friends.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not setting myself up for that kind of frustration. But that's just me.
Yeah, like a Sag is so there's something very wild friend at the party who
Yeah.
jumped. Really?
I can hear you, but everybody in the chat is saying that the sound is gone.
Do you want me to go and come back? Maybe that'll help. Let's see. I'll leave and come back. How's that?
Okay. Sounds
All right.
good.
Hang
Let's
out
try
there.
that.
I'll be back.
Stay tuned, everybody. Hopefully, I don't know if you can hear me. I might have to go away and come back too. But we will get it figured out. Let me know if you start hearing us. Here's Pamita. I can hear you. Okay, sound is back. Yeah. Okay, cool. Mhm. Yeah. How funny is this? I pulled this card with Scorpion on it. So at the top it says defend. So I don't think he wants this relationship to go anywhere. You know, I think he really does want to like keep this in his grip, but I think he's very attracted to your mystery, to all of your Scorpio nature. And you've got him in your web. So, you know, I think he's not thinking 10 steps down the road. So don't frustrate yourself by trying to figure out where his head is 10 steps ahead because it's not there yet. Maybe he's 1 or 2 steps ahead. So I think try and stay on that same page with him. You're a Scorpio, so you're looking a little bit further into the future. So you can try and kind of meld the future to be what you want it to, right? If he's not planning ahead, you can be thinking ahead and be leading him in that direction. And that's a very Scorpio thing to do. So you need to do that. You be the one thinking ahead. Yeah, exactly. Play it like a chess game, just like everything else that you do, sweet Scorpio. Mhm, mhm. Oh, wait, can you hear Madam Pimita now? She just said, I never heard her. But it seems like everybody else is hearing. You might want to refresh and rewind and see if the audio is there on the replay. Let us know if you can hear Madam Pimita in the chat. I'm not sure if this